Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Lechtich Musar podcast. We continue with the Pele Yoeitzv. We are on page 147 in the Art Scroll, day 48 of Hachzik. Now we're going to start a very important, fundamental topic, the topic of Chizuk, which is supporting Torah. Chizuk bi'adlim de Torah hi even yikar techay bala. Supporting those who learn Torah is likened to a precious gem that preserves the life of its possessors. As the pasuk says, that it's a tree of life for those who enable, those who are machzik it, those that support it. Brings a bunch of psukim over here. Let's go through them. Hashem is going to make a divine shelter and canopy for those that learn, that help, that enable, facilitate learning Torah. It's a Bali Torah, Shenemar B'tzel HaChochma B'tzel HaKesef, right next to those who study Torah. So we learn out that Hashem is going to pay not only those that learn Torah, but those that are Taimichet, those that support it, are going to be encapsulated by that same divine shade. The one who enables, the Gemara tells us in Bava Basra, is greater than the one that actually does the mitzvah. And Chazal tell us that those who support Torah have an equal portion with those who learn Torah. It's fascinating. Who can see such things and who can hear such words and then not do as such to support Torah. Who can't give a little bit of money, which is something that has no intrinsic value, and it's hevel avalim in the context of in comparison to what you can really do with money. No, money itself isn't hevel avalim. Money, if we didn't have money, we wouldn't be zinnig, couldn't buy the safer. So how could it's not hevel avalim? But in comparison to what you can do with the money, to be toimich Torah, to give it to aniyim, to be mekadosh shemayim with it, then it's considered hevel avalim. Just think that one can receive a portion equal to Torah scholars, to those that don't sleep and they live a life of deprivation, fully dedicated to the Torah. Think about it, the usher that's drinking wine and eating meats and having a great time and sleeping more than his needs and packing it in and living the life, that he can tap into the life of being deprived, of shiftless, of aniyas, of that the Torah is only nikne be asurim, and he can tap into it, he can have a chelik with that. Who's the one that Hashem graced them with wealth, and he's not taking these steps to support Torah? Pasiv v'sachal yikara, he should be called foolish and simple. Because this equation over here, where you say you can have a person who's totally not living the life of a Talmid Chacham, totally distant and so far removed from the life, from the mus of a Talmid Chacham, and for a few dollars he can get that, he can acquire that. He said it would be likened to a person who finds that he's able to purchase pearls and precious stones for literally pennies, but he doesn't do anything. There's no greater fool and boor than this man. What will they answer on the day of Din? Who say that they had no time to touch a sefer. So they'll say, Hashem, they come up after 120. Hashem had no time to learn. I had no time to sit on the Gemaras and Rishonim and Taisis, and it was so hard. Hashem is going to say, and they're going to have all the answers, yet they don't take into heart that they were advised. And Hashem is going to have a tevi on them. Why didn't you support the Tamidei Chachamim? And you could have had a chelik like the Talmidei Chachamim, yet you chose to be a boor, you chose to be foolish. Techasem busha uchlima. For the Pele Yoeitzv, they should be covered in shame and humiliation. Says the Pele Yoeitzv, also sounds very easy, everyone has the green light. You have a lot of money, and you don't want to live the life of Talmid Chacham, okay, so just go give the money. Says the Pele Yoeitzv, no, not everyone is zeiche. It's a schus to be Tomech Torah. Omnam kidei liyus kemei sachar zavulun tzach lahaspik latalmid chacham deimach tzayah sheyech seloi ba'ofen shlayeh loy shum tirda. In order to do, you can't just throw a couple bucks at him and say, here you go, younger man, take the money and go learn and sit down. No. Ba'ofen shlayeh loy shum tirda. In order to earn this elevated status and be considered a true partner, one has to support his counterpart in a way that the younger man, that the Loimid Torah, will not be occupied at all with veltish azach, with worldly matters. So that's number one. And first of all, even if one gives support and he takes care of the Loimid Torah completely, this does not absolve, this doesn't exempt him from immersing himself in learning Torah according to his ability, according to the time that Hashem gives him outside of his business. Even if Talmid Chacham was learning all day long, he still doesn't have a heter to just go around and battle. So says the Pele Yoeitzv that for the person that's being machzik the Torah, he as well, his entire asik has to be with learning Torah. He can't say, I'm going to support the young man, I'm going to support the Talmid Chacham, and I'm going to continue making my money and then just go party and vacation the rest of the time and not think about opening a sefer for the rest of my life. And I'll just tap into the Talmid Chacham. It says the Pele Yoeitzv, no. That's a mistake. Rak ze kol priya machzik, sheyachshav loy b'shah shel oisik b'pragmatik ki oisik b'Torah. A person has to always be focused and realized that when he's learning Torah, he's taking care of his own schar, and he can take care of the Talmid Chacham. But ultimately, a person can't say, I'm going on a boat of vacations and gashmias and taiva, and I'm just going to send a check to the Gemara. No. You have to also be a person that's cognizant of the value, because if you don't really value the Torah, then Hashem's not going to give the value as much as you supported the Talmidei Chachamim with your money.